concerned about dealing with that in general. They banned a lot versus several teams. So I think it's just a hero that they find counters a lot of their strategies in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
10 seconds remaining.
All right. They get that Mirana again, so feels like they want to try a similar strategy to what Omega did. They snatched the Tiny. I like
All
this.
right. They've got the ping advantage. I think this is good for crewmates. All right. They would have had to resist the urge to pick the Tiny, and now that's off the table. But they did take Mirana, which is generally not one of your ping favored heroes. So already a bit nervous here.
I mean, as long as you have the long duration stun from DK, ping doesn't matter that much. But I feel like the tiny rotations was probably what made the Medusa had such a bad game in the beginning.
Again, I mean, we're in game 3 now. This is like, I feel like broken record. This is what I don't like about this Invoker ban. You're just giving them a free Medusa pick. I mean, Omega should feel really confident grabbing Dusa second here, right? Nyx banned.
Yeah.
Invoker
you're not
banned.
wrong.
You're kind of giving them like a free opener.
I do think the DK is kind of cool, though. You could see the impact it had with the Breathe Fire.
Definitely.
The damage reduction.
Yeah.
She does use a lot of stat-heavy damage, so maybe they're okay with this, and they're just going to continue to address it even further throughout the draft. I mean, I don't know. She's I wouldn't say she's the scariest carry. I'd almost rather play versus Medusa than like Jug. I feel like Medusa is like, if you don't address her in the first 15 minutes, you just lose. Like you saw last game how much they shut her down, and it still got really scary.
I was just going to say, I hope they ban Centaur, and then it came out. I think that combo is especially potent. We've talked about it a couple times.
Yeah. I mean, they had
2 ultis with movement speed.
Centaur, Witch Doctor, and Medusa, both the first 2 games, and the Centaur did so much work in game 1. That's what really stifled their comeback game 1. When it looked like Crewmates actually had a chance, and they were trying to catch them out there, it was always the Stampedes that prevented those pickoffs that they needed to propel that Slark into relevancy.
I agree. So they took the... so we're going to see the Slark again since the Jug now got banned. Is there any other hero Crewmates would play? Because it feels like Lone Druid is still open, and I wonder how that matchup goes against the Medusa. I feel like, just the fact that you can use Savage Roar when she ults might be really strong, because you...
I think, if you're specialist with Lone Druid, I think it's an okay matchup. He scales pretty well. He fights around item timings that seem like it could match up okay-ish with Dusa.
Yeah, I think he
gives you some like split
early.
Push plays. Yeah. With DK too, you can really punish buildings.
I would like a Bat Rider this game.
For Omega?
Yeah. I think keep that in mind for a late pick.
You think Crewmates are regretting their domination with Bristleback a little bit? Do you think they're wishing they hadn't picked it in game 2?
So they beat play it again. That was the time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. That's actually the correct response.
Literally saving strats actually worked.
Now they just need that next hero to benefit from the free Bristle ban. I actually ban out the Grimstroke, so that big Lone Druid. The Techies also makes it through.
I mean, the double stun was nice, right? Useful.
It's definitely good.
All right, do we Witch Doctor again?
10 seconds remaining.
I didn't stop you last time.
True. I mean, it's good. I think you definitely want a strong laner of the Medusa, since her laning is a little bit meh. I guess, and dying doesn't really cut it because they have a Mirana. So, is there any other strong laner? Maybe Ogre, I guess.
I mean, they picked the Gyro 5 a lot before.
Yep.
Ogre's a good call, though. I kind of like the Ogre.
I like it. Bulky Boy might survive the Dragon Tail Arrow. Bloodlust for the Medusa.
I guess the lane is slightly worse. Ooh, okay. More options here. Lots of heavy magic damage. Lots of team fight now between like Stone Gaze and Mortimer's Kisses. Big damage. Damage good. Nyx Assassin banned.
10 seconds.
Yeah, this is good. And
Always
you
happy
also,
with Snap.
since
5
Tiny could be mid,
seconds
you know, this could be
remaining.
4 or 5. It's a good pick.
Radiant team
Oracle Huskar.
Oh. Uh-oh.
There's Oracle. Part 1. I mean, they just play a lot of Oracle, so it doesn't have to be Huskar at all.
Oh,
And now it's
BO3.
definitely
a
not
good pick.
Now
Huskar.
they can't Huskar.
This is
Did
this
they-
is a great pick.
That was a slapdown pick.
Yep. If they pick Oracle, pick Timber.
So that's
You
what I like about
thought-
Oracle, though. It's you immediately see Oracle and
10
think cheese
seconds
combos,
remaining.
but Oracle just as a hero, like you could first pick Oracle and I'd be fine with it.
5
You know, I think
seconds
he's just a good
remaining.
hero on his own. The Dispel's great, but it doesn't have to be a Dispel game for Oracle to feel good.
Now, the problem that I see here is that Crewmates, they have a lot of lockdown with this Dragonite Mirana Oracle combination, but they lack a lot of damage, especially in the mid game. I
Yeah.
wonder
Ursa.
what they can pick with the next 2 heroes here, because I think they need a lot of damage. I'm not sure if Ursa is going to cut it.
I think they need like Ursa plus another one. Like, I mean, they might even TA again.
I like where Omega is in their draft right now. I don't think.
What about
Crewmates-
Alchemist, man? I actually think Alchemist versus Dusa can be okay, especially if you have the Oracle.
Like the
Against
Alchemist
Timber, it
is
doesn't
good
feel
versus
good.
Dusa. Yeah, like Timber he's gonna force you
I
to
know.
jungle at level 4. It's really sad.
I think Ursa DP could be a good combo because it would give them a lot of options with their lanes, and it would give them lots of push. I mean, the only thing they'd be lacking would be like AoE stun. But when it's such a single target focus of the Medusa, I don't think that's very punishing.
Dire team ban. Templar
they do
But
go
I'll
back
take
for
the TA
TA.
for now.
Okay.
Radiant team ban.
Oh man, I think they're gonna Zlark again, and I'm not sure I like it. You know, it's good versus Dusa, but the lane versus Timber is also a little weird. It's kind of like Alk. You could beat the Timber, but you could also get trashed. It really depends.
Yeah,
Super skill
I
heavy.
actually always loved
10
picking Timber
seconds
into
remaining.
Slark. I remember when
Yeah.
I used to play Timber quite a bit because it's like it's a fun match
5
because
seconds
he has
remaining.
ways to mess you up, but you have ways to really mess him up, especially if he gets greedy with his ult.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, they're gonna
I
ban
really
Ursa
think that
here.
Ursa was so good.
I don't think they're gonna ban Zlark, and it's gonna be a trap for Crewmates.
Yeah, I heavily
No.
disagree with not just picking Ursa personally.
It's like PL's out. The two options I see, Monkey King, he stands out.
Radiant team ban.
Oh,
Can you
they banned
try the
Huskar.
Ricky here?
They could try TA1.
Well, yeah, we talked about it, right?
Eh.
How about Wraith King? I know you don't want strength cores against
not
the
into
Timber, but
Timber, right? Yeah, I don't think that's good versus Timber and potentially.
You get
Tiny
super
or Snap.
kited, tiny, yeah,
5
so much
seconds
slow.
remaining.
I mean, you could go like Bloodseeker, do something that's a little
better.
faster. We've seen that versus Dusa work a couple times. I actually think he's pretty damn good against Timbersaw also. He's got all that sustain in lane.
Blood's
silence.
legit.
Yep,
I would be into that. With the TA too.
that's better. for
Yeah.
sure.
Bloodseeker
guess-
Monkey King. That's my upper echelon. I'm sticking to it. I'm out on Slark this game, Bowie. My Slark stocks they're in the dumper right now.
Blood's kind of
I'm not
weird though,
doubling down.
because it's first off you don't know your matchup, so that's gonna be kind of weird in terms of like whatever the mid's gonna be. Oh, they banned it. They saved them.
Wow. Oh, wow.
All right,
It's kind of
so
interesting because they could have still Bloodseekered if they slarked, and then Bloodseeker
Exactly.
would have looked kind of okay.
okay, they have decent reserve time here for Crewmates. We talked about Bloodseeker.
10 seconds remaining.
Let me think. If there's anything else? I mean, I guess they could anti-mage
5
because you know
seconds
it's actually
remaining.
good versus Timber in lane, but it could also be a trap
Hmm.
because we never see anti-mage winning versus Medusa, and I don't think FCR played AM in the entirety of DPC. But he
Is
probably
Troll a
plays it.
trap? Is Troll just not enough punch here? Because he's made it through somehow. Okay, it's
There
Troll.
you go,
There
knife
it
pick
is.
Ziori.
He's back.
I really wanted the Bloodseeker. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the Troll is just kind of meh. And Trent gets his 10th pick Batrider.
I
This
think I might be
guy.
a genius.
This
Oh, man.
guy. Trent's just looking down the scope of that
What was that
sniper
like
rifle.
9 picks ago?
You're just like shooting bullets past people's heads so that
Yeah.
they're like, wait, what's going on? Oh my gosh, the marksman, Jamari
It was,
Batrider.
All right,
I was
this
just
is
curving the
actually
bullet.
the game I would love Crewmates to play mid-troll TA carry because I think Ryer is
TA.
gonna get totally
Dude.
trash middle. This is Peru servers, TA versus Batrider. I don't know about this one.
I haven't seen this matchup in a while. Last time I saw it, the Batrider had like the freest game I've ever seen. TA just cannot. Like, you can farm jungle, so that's okay. That's one plus she has. But when it comes to the lane, once like level 3, level 4 comes out, it's just over. She can't.
All right. Well, I mean,
I'm
that's
so
an Oracle.
surprised.
Let's not get carried away.
Dude, they had the chance of banning Batrider, picking that TA 4th, and they didn't. I don't know how.
I mean,
how this
Oracle
ever
versus
happens.
Bat's nice during the game, but in the actual lane, it just it slows down what TA wants to do so much.
I do think they probably just didn't consider it.
They goofed this.
I mean, they banned
gotta go
Huskar and
Omega,
Lina, to
man.
be fair. So, I mean, maybe they
think
should have been
banning
Huskar
the
and Bat.
Batrider is more important than banning the Lina. 100%. I think this Batrider is just gonna go ham. There's so many space creators here. You have Timbersaw Batrider. You have the aid of the Snapfire doing damage from afar. I think Megat's gonna have a free game, and if Crewmates gonna win this, Omega has to either throw or like FCR has to have an even freer game, and I don't know how that even happens.
And it's Demon Tiny again. That's what he popped off on in game 1.
Focus on the side lanes with the Troll and the DK. If they can match that same rotation pattern they did with the Jug and the DK last game, I can see them winning this. I think that you just have to ignore the mid a little bit, focus on the stacks, don't panic.
But TA's not going to rotate like the Tiny, right? That's really why
TA doesn't need to
told the
rotate.
Tiny.
No cares Tiny. We're fine.
Okay.
They can do it with just Troll DK, hit arrows.
Was a big
Crewmates
part
can
of
do
their
this,
damage.
Bowie. Don't abandon your boys.
I like
don't
it.
want to,
I admire
but they
Trent
didn't
for
ban
splitting the
Batrider,
panel.
dude. I'm scared. I'm really scared here. I don't know.
Bowie is all in on the Bat. All right. An interesting draft here for game 3. Folks, don't tire yourselves out yet. This is our gauntlet day. We've got 2 more best of 3s coming up after this. We've got to pause here so Gary and Theben, they can talk nice and slow. Gary, I want some relaxing vibes here. All right. I want you to keep those pipes nice and primed for us because we still got a lot of Dota to go. How are we?
Relaxing. I mean, the chaotic games we've had so far, there's no way. My adrenaline's pumping. I'm ready for this one. Game 3, Crewmates up against Omega. Now, Theben, we've always had this kind of undercurrent of thinking Omega's the better team. You know, on Peruvian servers, they've definitely shown that they can shine. And the panel saying Crewmates have got some issues with the draft here. You know, are they going to have the struggles you expect, as the panel was saying?
I think the Batrider was a very nice pickup this game, especially against the TA. I mean, it is against an Oracle as well, but there's a lot of different ways you can play around that. I feel like the key hero in this whole matchup is going to be that Tiny, right? Game 1, Game 2, we saw the Tiny have so much impact, especially in the South American Dota where everyone just loves to battle. So I have high expectations for him, and let's see if he can make the big plays. I love me some Tiny versus Oracle, you know, tossing heroes back so the Oracle can't false promise, or tossing the Oracle in. You know, there's so many cool things that you can do with that.
And it does very much feel like Omega have the kind of more rounded draft, you know, as a 5-man unit, they feel like they play off each other a bit better. But Crewmates have got some combos, right? The Oracle Troll, what is it, like 14 seconds of invulnerability between Battle Trance, False Promise, the DK Mirana lane. We saw previously do very well at shutting down the Medusa early on. But Ryor's TA, that's the sticking point, I think, for me, looking at this. You mentioned the Batrider. Trent called it, you know, 3 picks in, looking for that hero to come out and create a bit of space for Omega. And if TA kind of just sticks in the jungle doing nothing, you have the counterpart Medusa doing the same thing, going towards late game. You've got to favor Omega doing that.
Yeah, I do think Omega are suited up for the late game, but Crewmates heroes, like if they can come online, especially with the Dragon Knight Mirana, you get that early level 6, you can take these tier 1 towers fast. We saw what happened in game number 2. The Medusa couldn't really farm her Ancients freely. And they did just block up that Ancients area too, make it harder for her to get to her items, which kind of slowed her down significantly. Crewmates can take Roshan. Omega can't take Roshan. That's also another factor. So Omega need to make sure that they get this Timbra online, make him that big, beefy, tanky guy who can just protect his allies, protect the Medusa, or else Crewmates are going to be able to run you over in the mid game.
Do you have any worries about the way that Crewmates want to start team fights? Because like Oracle plays from Fog, TA, you know, is that jump and burst hero. Initiation-wise, it seems to be very reliant on DK and then Mirana to actually kick things off.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You're just going to have to do that. I mean, that's good enough though, right? You don't really need any other form of initiation apart from the DK stun. Like, there's no counterplay for Omega. They can only try to throw kisses. Back. Or toss back or something, you know, cover fire. That's pretty much it.
Should be good enough. Some interesting moves. Looking up towards top, Demon's in the trees, cutting himself a little path towards FCR. And there's the toss. Troll Warlord getting caught out, tapped by the little shredder. Body blocked from Tiny, getting in front of the Troll Warlord perfectly for Lissex to get first blood, while the rest of crewmates, they're doing a similar move down bottom, swinging through towards mid. But losing a troll like that, it's huge.
How did they know they was gonna do that?
I guess they got that observer ward down, so they saw him move across.
I mean, he just like ate through the trees and got tossed back and died. That's actually that was one of the funniest first bloods I've seen. Okay.
I think that's one of those things you like learn from replays, right? And you're thinking back, FCR does this quite often. Goes to top lane, hides in the trees. So it's probably something they've seen in previous games. They're like, right, we'll catch him this time.
Exactly. Spot on with that one, Gary.
Yeah, it's nice little adaptations like that. Like similar thing with that mid lane, right? Where Radiant teams start to put players around the mid tier 1 to stop the ward scouting moves. We've seen a lot. Yeah, a great start for that off lane. Lissex and Demon gonna have a grand old time up top. It's Troll and Oracle. D-Flash gonna be very careful with his positioning, getting tossed back. It does put him in a dangerous spot as a squishy little Oracle. Quickly into these side lanes though, because I really do want to look into mid. Mingate and Thugger down bottom, already putting a lot of pressure onto that Armin Mirana, and it looks like they've managed to figure out what went wrong the first time. Don't get Dragon Tail stunned into arrow comboed. Just keep that Snapfire out in the front. And mid lane, bat against TA.
Well, this should be a favorable matchup for Jamari. TAs can do well if they just constantly shove the lane out, get boots of speed early on, and that's what Ryer is up to right now. Jamari, you can see, he just got level 2. Actually, hold on. Ryer, you're playing with fire here, buddy. You better start running away.
5 stacks, yeah.
5 is a little too much. But Jamari's playing it very slow. Like he doesn't want to shove the lane out right now. Thugger.
Hold it on his ramp. Thugger. There it is. Armin finds it. Dragon Tail arrow.
He just gotta play in the lane with the Dusa. Like you can't actually afford to go onto the side there until you get that level 2 on the Snapfire. Because once you got Cookie, like these guys are not gonna be able to kill you with a stun into arrow. So, bit of a misplay on Thugger again in game number 2 against the same lane.
I'm still watching this Jamari Batrider. Like he's got 2 points in napalm up now, which we expect. Oh, he goes for the Firefly now. I was wondering if he thought about that flame break pickup early on, just to try and get on top of Ryo.
It's a little hard to go flame break against TA because her refraction will be able to absorb a lot of that damage. So it's much better to just go for the Firefly, get the multiple ticks going, and they last much longer as well. Then the refraction won't be able to really protect the TA at all. He's doing good so far on Ryer though. Just being able to shove the lane out by his boots, back off whenever there's too many sticky charges on him.
Keeping that wand full as well. Not having to spend the charges on anything really.
Jamari?
Like level 4, level 5. Yeah, this is the dive. This is what we've been expecting. The move on to the TA. It's going to be close on this tower, though. The 20 sticks, the 1 charges, and even an arrow is coming through as the tips towards Ryo, winning his lane as a TA versus Bat.
Well, that's second game now where he just solo killed Jamari. That was actually just a solo kill. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Jamari. Like, you don't make those plays. You see 21 charges and you don't got boots on your Batrider. You saw the TA just pick up her boots too. It's very, like, I don't know. He expects Ryer to just fall over or something.
Expectation versus reality. Not playing out for Jamari. And he comes straight back into this lane. I guess now he's looking at it thinking, hey, he doesn't have 1 charges anymore. He's going to go under this tower again. No refraction. 7-1. The TP coming in to try and respond, but Jamari gets the kill. I'm in with the arrow. The leap, the jump in onto the Batrider will secure the trade kill.
But one hero doesn't have TP and the other one does, so...
You're right.
I will say, I mean, look at the TA's XP too. She still got more. Plus, the Mirana just got a bunch of golden XP for killing the Batrider. I would say that is not a worth trade for the Bat.
And the fact that Mirana's now able to also stack up some camps for the TA. Tiny's trying to do the same thing on the other side. Build up a bit of bank for them. And, Tiny kind of has to leave that top lane. Give Timbersaw as much solo experience as he can. Level 4 Lissex with 2 points in reactive armor, but the magic burst and the hits from Troll. D-Flash and FCR pair up for it.
Yeah, Demon was also going to the top water rune, trying to see if he can get something done against his TA one more time while TA's TP is on cooldown right now. So, would you say with that one kill, top is looking better for Crewmates now?
Oh, yeah.
He is behind in last hits on FCR, but that's alright. He's got that Javelin now too, extra magic damage against this Timbersaw.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tiny actually... Oh, double career snipe. Amin gets both of them. So Migati loses out on his treads. I don't know what Thugger had on it. I guess
That is
Boots
so
for Thugger
huge.
or something was on it too. That's just massive for them. And Tiny's under reward, so Ryo playing very defensively means he's not going to get picked off by Demon's rotation. He can go back and farm jungle. A jump onto Lissex. Fortune's End, just trying to harass him out of lane, get him away from these creep waves.
Yeah,
Radiant
he's getting a
Wave now
bit
reaching
annoyed
up tier 1.
because of the Javelin right now on this Timbersaw. It's actually hurting him. He just needs to get to that level 5, so he's get the level 3 reactive armor. And then he should be able to tank up much better. Pressure don't stop.
Jamari. Okay, he fireflies to go get the rune and drag the wave around. I thought he was going to go attempt it again onto Ryo. That's level 3 refraction. Plenty of 1 charges built up. Batrider just considering that jungle.
23
For
last
himself.
hits on Bat. Almost 6 minutes into the game. I don't know. This is not what you would have expected from a Bat versus a TA matchup. That's for sure. And I think Jamari understands he is disappointing his team right now.
That's not the first time we've seen this either. We had that Bat versus Tiny matchup where we had some kind of mismaneuvers and misplays. Ryo with an arcane rune, going to walk it off. Knows that Firefly just being expended means he's got a bit of space here with the traps.
So good.
Yeah, on the Batrider again. I mean, his refraction's been burned, but it comes off cooldown. He has another trap to throw into Jamari. He's got lasso, but the Firefly is ending. Ryo's going to get the kill here with the cookie and the little shredder. Not enough to save him. Thugger might be dying now as well. He's got another trap. Refraction back up in a sec. Demon's rotating, but Ryo's going wild. He's pushing it to the limits. Thugger, he's popped very far and a good toss from Demon. Under the tower, Ryo has to dip. You can't stay here. Another trap to try and slow them. Another 1 charge as well. Everything on cooldown for Demon. Ryo's toying with them.
Fraction again.
Nice
Another
TA
solo
performance.
kill. I mean, not only is it a solo kill, but you got the Snapfire and the Tiny to run mid now. So your sides are looking even better.
Oh, he's been salved up by the Mirana too.
I actually can't believe what's going on right now in this game. With this TA. She's just destroying all by herself. Look at her net worth too. She's what, oh my god, almost 1,000 gold ahead of this Batrider.
Wow.
800. She's at 800 gold ahead of this Batrider.
At 7 minutes. That's a monstrous start for Ryo. And he's got stacks to fall back on.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, Mirana made some of these happen. So good. She's gonna have such a fast Desolator this game. And I just want everyone at home to know that this Batrider, he is not a scrub. He's rank 12 or 11. Okay? Let that sink in. And I think Ryer must be like 200 or something. Like, Crewmates don't really have high-ranking players, but they play very well together as a team.
On Peruvian servers as well. Like that's that's obviously going to be factored in.
Yeah,
Ryo
Ryer is ranked
out of his mind.
213. He's ranked 213. So 2 games in a row, this ranked 200 player just solo killed this rank 11 mid-god game.
And it's a pretty big gap, when you start thinking about the disparity between top 2,000, top 500, and top 30. And the difference starts to become pretty drastic.
Well, 200 rank is about 7,800 MMR, and rank 12 is like 10k.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's more than a
gap.
2,000 MMR difference, and he's destroying him.
Top of the net worth, right up there. 4.6k after clearing those ancients. Large camp done. Deso, just 1 mithril hammer away. And they're trying to move up towards top, but Dire Observer have spotted this move from Thugger and Demon. FCR, he's playing this little tightrope act, pulling a creep wave, doing his job.
Yeah, just single pull this, and then get out of the lane. So you're going to have a double wave going into the top tower. And you got bottom being pushed in too. Hijack's got the Dragon Form in 30 seconds. I'm surprised they weren't able to take this tower in the first Dragon Form because bottom lane was just one Medusa. No support there for a long time because the destruction TA has been doing on the mid lane.
Yeah, Mingate's had to now go back into the jungle.
This is... yeah, this is looking a lot like game 1 right now. But instead of a Tiny running around killing heroes, it's this overfarmed Templar Assassin who's going to be jamming her net worth down your throat soon.
Very forceful. Oh, good scan. FCR is going to clear this triple wave, or attempt to, under his tier 2. He's got Wand. Yeah, enough for a battle trance if he does get jumped, and I think that's what they realize. Tiny, Timber, Snapfire, they're all moving towards mid, get a bit of
Oracle's also level
jungle.
6 without the Tome either.
They TP the bat.
Here it is, Oracle TPing in.
The Wand, the turn, FCR with the axes, missed chance coming. Jimari has a lasso, and he's dragging FCR, but the save is there. The false promise comes, and D-Flash, he buys time for the turnaround. Towards the Timber Sword, though, tanky Lissex with a few stacks of reactive armor, but the magic damage burst. Doesn't care for your armor.
Perfect counterplay right there. Timber also doesn't have a cloak, so he's very perceptible to that magic burst. Oh man, everything Omega is doing is just not working. Check out mid lane too. Ryer is just playing around with 3 heroes here. They got a catapult ready. They might even just go for this tower. They know the lasso's on cooldown. Why not?
It's not just the difference in net worth either, right? The TA is now like level 11 and a half, closing it on 12. Batrider's barely, he's barely through level 9.
And Batrider just TP'd out in front of their face. So they know this Bat's not here to defend this mid tower, and they get 4 other heroes to come mid, including Mengate, to defend it now, with just the Dragon Knight hitting the tier 1.
You don't want that.
Yeah, and TA, she's got her Deso now. 11
minutes.
So damn fast. I mean, definitely not the fastest we've seen in South American DPC. We've seen a lot of great TA players with very fast Deso timings, but this is somewhere up there.
Especially in the context, still framing it with that Batrider matchup, the fact they're on, not on Brazilian servers, it's definitely, if you graded it on a curve, it would probably be top 3 for the DPC season.
Yeah, definitely. Man, the disappointment.
Oh, bottom. They're going to try and move on to the Timber.
The arrow's way too far away, though. They're not going to be able to land this arrow, are they? Nope, not a chance.
No, it doesn't look like it.
DK is in
chipping
trouble.
away at him. TP coming in for the Batrider. Oh, nice arrow. Kills off the catapult, so the TP stopped. Now they can keep going on Lissex a little bit. There's a tanky Timber Sword with 21 charges, but surrounded with the Magic Burst. Takes down the Oracle. And he's going to trade his life for it as Amin leaps forward to secure a killing spree for himself while in the mid lane. Oh, not mid, sorry, top lane. FCR gets soloed by Jimari. Now in the mid lane, Demon's looking for the toss back, but he won't find the TA. She wanted that tier 1.
Well, Jimari able to make something happen with this bad start, with that Boots of Travels. I'm not entirely sure what Troll Warlord was trying to do playing against a bat at the tier 2 tower top. I feel like you should just be farming bottom side of the map right now. And yeah, I guess it's because of the TA, right? The TA is like taking away the Troll's farm, like the Ancients area and all of that. So he feels like he's just got to farm top, and FCR is like, okay guys, I can't deal with bat, so sorry Dragon Knight, I gotta take over this area. Which is fine because now the Dragon Knight already has his Blink Dagger. So they got that initiation.
Yeah, he hits timing. I guess there's... Oh, I'm in. No leaps from me. Sentries, yeah. Plop down.
Oh, they want the troll. They want the Timber. That's why there's no support for Amin here.
Ah, that's straight onto Lissex, yeah. Whirling Death, Chakram, Timber Chain. No roots coming from FCR. He's still at half HP, this Timber. He's chaining away. Maelstrom strikes, though. That's going to help them out tremendously to bring down Lissex finally. I'm just thinking about that troll death up top. Maybe there was also an expectation for them to kill Timber faster, and Oracle was saying, "Hey, I can TP top and false promise you in a sec," and then that never, repeat of what happened previously, but it never came.
Maybe FCR was just baiting him. He wanted to stick up and use the battle trance, get the dispel on the stickies, but then it just wasn't enough. The Batrider was able to kill him during the lasso duration. Like, he might have just been baiting the bat himself with the troll.
It looks like Royal did manage to take that tier 1, so no deny in the mid lane.
Does that mean Dagger's on? Oh god, look at
have the dagger. Boom. Where did he go.
Yep, that's what I
doesn't-
was waiting for.
It doesn't have grow.
Deso Melt Strike on a 0 armor target. Yeah,
Oh,
very nice.
they've all grouped up here as well. Like, Omega, they are scrambling together to try and fight as a squad. They're just getting picked to pieces.
They got Blink now too. They should smoke up with this. Oh, they didn't smoke the TA, but that's okay. Just gotta stun this guy, and I think Lissex is just gonna explode too.
Yeah, she's got Blink ready. Comes out of the backpack. Off cooldown just in time. Arrow chain stuns, a bit of magic burst to help them out.
Yep. He had max reactive armor stacks it thanks to the creeps, but still dies in that combo. How much stun duration is that?
Trap slow?
3.25?
I mean, Thugger, Ryo nearly had the solo kill. The kisses.
These kisses are nice.
Demon, Avalanche, maybe coming. They've got the backup save from the Oracle, holding False Promise, just putting the Edict onto her. TA safe and sound. And what's the Batrider's plan? Well, they've got
Dusa.
Fortunes and Arrow onto Dusa. Batrider's going to be Dragon Tail stunned, and they jump in and blow up Jamari. He walks into his own demise as the crewmates, they're all grouped up here with Roshan available for them. The TA Troll, they can just swing straight into the pit.
You're right, they can. They can just delete this Roshan with the Batrider being dead for 30 seconds. Batrider is pretty much the only hero who can actually deal with this Templar Assassin. And even then, because now you're playing from behind on Omega, the Oracle is becoming a huge factor. Like, how do you jump the Oracle now? You don't have a blink on the Tiny.
Leap, Moonlight Shadow, Demon down. Tiny gone, the Stone Gaze comes out, but the arrow, it hits the Dusa. Cookie back up to the high ground. TA is melded, turned to stone for a sec, and the Chakram's going to try and stop her blink as well. Troll misses out on the ranged axes, so they don't get the slow, but they still want to jump. You're right, the DK, Dragon Tail, blinks on the Dusa. Great Chakram, Whirling Death as FCR needs to be saved up by the False Promise. They do get the lasso onto the Troll and dragging him away around into this Timber Sword damage. FCR False Promise is going to pop him and die. Troll down, Medusa traded for it. Ryo with the Dragon Tail help onto Lissex, blows him up! The TA is the true carry. She's the position one this game. 10,000 net worth almost in Ryo's hands and shreds through Lissex.
There was no armor stacks on that Timber too. You just saw how fast he dies if he doesn't get that before he goes in. And the Dusa, like, you trade the Troll's life for the Dusa, you're completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Because Omega is all in onto this Dusa. No one else in that lineup is gonna carry them. Where crewmates, you got that TA still. That TA is doing massive amount of damage, 10,000 net worth, 16 minutes in. This Aegis is looking like it's going to be TAs, and they're not going to stop. They're going to keep playing aggressively. They're going to keep running at Omega.
Radiant are scanning.
There's no way for them to contest either. Like, Thugger's going to come and try and de-ward. Gets himself a bit of high ground vision. Spots the Observer. He's in a dangerous spot, though. Hijack straight on top of the Snapfire, and it just dissipates in a matter of seconds. And now we're in this almost like a waiting game now for Omega. Like, we're waiting for Blink Tiny, we're waiting for BKB Bat, we're waiting for Medusa to be up with her Manta style. How do you make that waiting room a little bit more entertaining for yourselves?
Oh man.
Can you go find picks without these items?
You really can't, because there's an Oracle factor and a TA with an Aegis. So I would say 4 out of 5 of Crewmates heroes are pretty much unkillable right now. And Jamari with a BKB build, like, he can't really get on top of heroes quickly and just, do something. It's all their plays are telegraphed.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And look at this high ground hold as well. Try to de-ward. Good sentry kill. Dragon Knight gets into his ulti form, throws the stun onto the Timbersaw, a bit of a Fate's Edict play there, level 2 up on the Oracle, so he's surviving through the magic damage over time, and False Promises himself, while the TA has obliterated Jamari. Dead for 45 with no buyback. Thugger is the second one out on the menu. The good Avalanche toss on a Troll, but he's got his Battle Trance off. He survived. Arrow straight in onto Mingate. This game, it is all crewmates, all the way home, triple for Ryo, pushing it forward, in onto Demon, go on, dive the tier 2 and slay the Tiny. Avalanche toss will slow and delay the inevitable demise of Demon. Coming out with an ultra kill, this Ryo TA really has been spectacular.
Really has been, and you can just see they have the vision in the triangle area, and even though it dies, it doesn't really matter. They're so strong with this TA, with that Aegis. Dragon Knight's very tanky. They have no problem just going in, just stunning one target and letting the TA delete that hero. And just take the fight from there. Very nice play from D-Flash as well, getting that Fate's Edict right before the lasso came out, which bought plenty of time. And Omega just had to like commit 2 more seconds to killing this Oracle, and that's all you need. That's all crewmates need, is 2 seconds for these heroes to stand there and attack so that they can fight back with the TA.
So what was it? 4-second duration on level 2, 3.5 on level 2 Fate's Edict. So that's 3.5 seconds where you've targeted the Oracle and you are doing literally no damage. Exactly. So you're all magical at this point. Solar Crest up now on Mirana.
Yeah, Dusa is just standing there right-clicking is how the TA, how the Oracle died during the False Promise, pretty much. So, and that kind of led into the Troll Warlord being able to just stay on the Dusa and then kill him too. Bat Rider, goodbye, Jamari.
The arrow doesn't even need to land. The creeps bodyguard the bat, but this Templar Assassin.
This is why I love Dragon Knight. Just stun, click, point stun, burst the target. It's so easy to play Dota like that.
Point and click, yeah. Point and click adventure with the old DK. Timbersaw now being focused. DD rune on that FCR troll. And Templar Assassin beyond godlike.
And he also went a hood against Troll and TA on this Timber. Like, that's gotta feel bad, right?
I mean, there's so many more options you could think about. Even the Vanguard for one, the Yule Scepter, Lotus Orb. I mean, I think he's going for Halberd now. It's a good choice with that Sanj picked up.
He needs plate mail badly. That's what he needs. He needs to just have more base armor so that the armor from his reactive can stack up while he's soaking the damage with the plate mail. Because right now he's just sitting there with 8 armor essentially, and he just gets jumped with the Mail Strike. That goes down to nothing, and he's just dead.
OTA's found the bat. Essence Ring buys a bit of space for Jamari, and they go for Demon instead. It looks like the bat is out of there. Demon was up here for this job exactly. Help push the wave, give his life for the bat, but Jamari doesn't have TP. He's duped them around the trees, though. The one path that he could have taken, and he slides straight past the Oracle. As it looks like FCR is chasing Thugger back in towards the mid lane. He doesn't want to crack up towards high ground just yet. This is a great spot for Crewmates. Push out mid, push out top, get back towards the Radiant Triangle, and really get the stranglehold on this map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it's double BKB time as well, isn't it? Troll, TA, both with BKB coming.
FCR is just playing second fiddle to Ryer.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, whatever you want, boss. I'm just gonna run here, farm these things. Hopefully I can lock down the Dusa. That's it. And Ryer is just like taking every single easy farm on the map and killing heroes. Being the last one to join fights if he needs to. He's got BK. Yeah, that BKB timing is insanely fast this time around compared to game 1. Game 1, he had like a BKB 24 minutes in with the Blink Death. So this time he's got a Dragon Lance and a BKB by 22.
This is bonkers. And I was just thinking like how important that Aegis has been for Crewmates' aggression. I guess having the BKB now means you're not too worried still, even out in second life.
That's exactly it. The first Aegis is supposed to help you get to your BKB. And then you become very strong once again on your TA. Because you don't want to be dying when you just have like a Blink Deso. You're quite vulnerable. You don't really have any defensive tools apart from your Refraction. And blinking in can put you out of position too.
Yeah. That's also a reason why Oracle has a Blink Dagger now. He saved up all that money, broke into his savings account, bought the Blink Dagger, so long range initiations, and say, the arrow, it's caught Demon. He was lurking in the trees. That's another notch on the TA's belt. 13, 1, and 7. Tier 2 going to be grabbed up as well. And they've got this double lane pushing in towards Radiant base at the same time. Could think about the high ground push, knowing that the Radiant really not in a position to defend with no toss-back play. Hijack's also popped his ulti. They are ready to go. High ground vision there. Under a sentry, DK blinks very aggressively towards Thugger. He wanted it real bad.
Don't let him D-ward. That's the thought process Crewmates had there, but Thugger, he was hitting the psionic trap, so he didn't walk forward for the ward.
Very wise decision. Medusa's still not looking too poor. 13k net worth. Butterfly is well on its way. Pretty much just needs the talisman now.
Feels like game 2 all over again. But this time around, Crewmates have stronger carries. By the way, it's 3
farmed up.
BKBs on
does DK have
Crewmate's
one?
side. Yep, he's got a BKB too.
Wow.
He's going for a Shadow Blade next so that they have more catch. This X?
Oh! Yeah, you show on these lanes and you just melt.
Yep.
Demon's also got to be a little bit careful with his positioning. I mean, he's moving very precariously up towards top lane. He can clear the wave, blink TP, I guess. Yeah. FCR is coming up here to chase him.
Crewmates are just playing for Roshan right now. Like, everything they're doing, it looks like they're playing aggressively. They want to make some picks and stuff happen, but their goal is definitely just going to be Rosh here. They should get a trap inside, though, because they can already start spawning in 5 seconds. And just keep getting items, you know? You don't really need to force the high ground. You are playing against Batrider and the Tiny. You can get pulled into the tier 4s. Potentially the Fountain, even.
That's a fast spawn.
Is it? Oh, yeah,
25
very
seconds.
fast.
15
And there's going to
now.
be a shard there, too. Any good shard heroes this game for Crewmates? TA's already got one. She bought it. So some of her net worth is in there, too. I guess Dragonite shard can be okay. Fireball.
Troll shard?
Troll shard. Ooh, attack speed?
Oh, and status resistance as well, right? Against like Batrider, Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a couple of good options.
Yeah. I think
the way this game's going, they're going to give it to Mirana or something. They're going to go, here, Mirana, have your leap upgrade.
Oh, yeah. Nah. I would like to see, I think, maybe the Fireball. Just like be able to push out lanes a little bit better for the DK or something. The Troll Shard is nice too, but I don't know. He's having some mana problems. Every time I see him, he's just constantly out of mana.
Yeah, I guess without Battle Fury and like even without like Manta style, like Ultimate Orb gives you a bit of mana back, right? He's got none of that, none of the stats, none of the regen.
All right, Gary. Everything is sounding out gloomy, and you know, Crewmates are gonna do it. How can Omega come back? I see one opportunity. I see a Tiny toss into the tier 4s and a lasso from the Batrider into the Fountain.
On the TA.
Yeah, on the TA. And then, like, even if she has Aegis, you can probably kill her twice there. Plus, while you're doing that, the Dusa is going to plant herself right behind the tier 3 so she can use the Stone Gaze as Crewmates are trying to come in to save the TA.
And then you glyph the towers and they got the multi-shot?
Yeah.
So you got multi-shot, split shot? Nice, yeah.
And then you get the Snapfire just, you know, cover fire. Boom. That's how you win.
I mean, Stone Gaze, does that boost tower damage as well? I never really considered that.
It's all physical damage.
It's all physical damage, right? Yeah.
Petrified units are stunned and take bonus physical damage. Yes, so tower damage as well.
So if you Stone Gaze them under one of these tier 3s or tier 4s, they're taking a lot of damage.
Yep. It's like 50% more on level 18. Still quite a bit. I just think that's how you should take the fights on Crewmates, but I mean on Omega. But Crewmates might just be smart and just, you know, sit out the base and even farm with the second Aegis until like the last minute and wait for Omega to just mess up and lose one of their heroes. Omega need to be playing with buybacks this game, that's for sure. They need to be
trap them in.
Yeah, they need to be able to come back through buybacks. Butterfly and Dusa is now up. Like, try to delay this game until the Dusa has like 6 slots.
So you reckon that contesting Roshan is just like completely out of the question? You stay in your base.
Yup. Okay. This Rosh is impossible to fight.
Which Rosh?
Nah, it's gone. It was literally 5 seconds. They killed it in less than 5 seconds. Yeah, they take the rampage on the troll. That's 75 more mana. He's got a cheese though, so that's okay. Oh gosh,
bottom. Yep.
Is he gonna be it or Jamari?
They are hunting Jamari. Dragon Tail Arrow. That is perfectly timed. Perfectly timed on the Batrider. Didn't even get a chance to BKB.
Good pick off. 45 seconds, and they're just gonna want to go high ground with this. I mean, do you buy back here?
The toss back.
Toss back. There it is.
Get the TA into tier 3. Cookie dodged out by the BKB. Rhino was able to turn, whack into Thugger. Spill some Side Blades back onto the Medusa now off the creep wave as well. Aegis might be grabbed. Oh, they don't find the secondary jump onto her, and the heals and the false promise. The backup is there if they want to use it. I think Tiny and Megate realizing it wasn't really the jump they could make. The dodge on the Dragon Tail, nicely done with that Manta style, gets away from the initiation of Hijack. Now both BKBs on Crewmates, well, 2 of the 3 have been expended. They get the tier 3 and they'll back up to the high ground again.
It's been doing that since last game, Megate, like just Manta dodging the Dragonite stun every single time. But yeah, you saw what they're able to do. TA came very close, but for some reason, Tiny was out of mana. What was he using his mana on earlier? Whatever it is, he didn't have enough to go back in for a second round after the BKB goes down, and Oracle was able to just heal this TA right back up. If they could have got Aegis or the Snapfire, that would have been beautiful for Omega.
Yeah, I guess only really losing that tier 3. They smoked it. Look, the way they're moving, it feels like they want to do something. They're itching to leave their base, go and push a lane somewhere. They smoked and like, I'm gonna hold the high ground, stay by the tier 3. Jamara, you can go out there. And you're one that could have buyback. He's 80 gold away from it on the Batrider. That's what he's farming out for. But they are playing very tight on Omega, just holding onto their base, not doing anything too rash.
Hijack on the hunt.
The hunt is on.
With Amin. Shadowblade boy. Yep. They see Jamari bottom.
Rune. He's used his spider legs.
Jamari's gonna get out
blink
though.
TP.
He knows he showed himself on the tier 2. There's no way, right?
I don't know, man. Spider
go.
legs. Oh, he's over
Space.
he's over the pond. He's TP. Okay, the arrow won't catch him either. You're right. He is out of there.
You know what? We need some old school Batrider. We needed that blink 4-staff place from this bat right now.
We do.
It's gotta be it. Oh, they want the troll. They know 2 heroes are bottom. This is it.
Toss back. They can't, but FCR BKBs. He's got Battle Trance. He's going to walk back. The cheese is being held. Yeah, they didn't lasso. They didn't catch him with any further stuns. It's put the fear into the mind of FCR, though, if that happens again.
Yeah, I think D-Flash, they were just afraid of D-Flash like coming in with the blink and the false promise. Maybe Batrider's waiting to see the Oracle as well. Maybe lasso him, but a 4-staff would have been nice there if he had the gold for it. Just lasso him, force him into the base, and now the Oracle has to go so deep to try and save this troll. And even if he does, it doesn't guarantee the save, because you know that you saw the 2 heroes bottom, right?
Oh, Jamari.
DK and the Marana. He's playing with fire.
He really is. Every time I look at this Batrider, I'm like, oh, is he going to die?
It's alright, he's Batrider. He's immune to fire.
Yeah. Asbestos fingers. But it really is very systematic from Crewmates. Top lane just being held by, kind of 1.5 heroes. The Oracle Troll. D-Flash is covering mid lane as well. They get the toss back, but Oracle's there with a false promise save, as we've been expecting from D-Flash. Gets FCR out of there, and they've popped Stone Gaze. They've used lassos. These are some pretty hefty cooldowns now down from Omega. And we can see this press forward from the Crewmates. Yeah.
He Stone. Oh no! Oh no! 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 This is where we're gonna see Crewmates just bailing down one lane right now, because Stone Gaze and the lasso together. That's not good. D-Flash. Wait, they want to toss back the Oracle. They see him. They got him.
They catch him. They do. He gets his fate eaten off it, but he's got buyback. Might have to use it here as they do jump the FCR Troll. BKB holding Battle Trance for a sec, waiting and popping the cheese instead. Wanting to use that over his ultimate and running high ground. Blink back from Jamari. Just get him out of there. But Lissek's dead for 40 with no buyback on him. He buys out his shard. He's got that halberd, but not going to be showing his face in these fights for a good 30 seconds. And that means that the racks are open. The BKB from DK straight on to the Grandma. And now we're in a 5 versus 3. Options are limited for Omega. They toss the TA back into Migate. They glyph up the tower. They do some physical damage. The Royal TA is about to die. The streak has been ended.
The perfectly timed toss back. And the Oracle's false promise is still on cooldown because of the usage on the top troll. Like, this is all... Oh my god, it's happening again.
The comeback.
It's happening again. Who got the gold? Oh, the Tiny got the gold, though. 1,000
They're going to jump the Medusa. A Dragon Tail. She's got her mana shield on. The arrow, good toss away. Dodges out. Beautiful from Demon. Now the Timber Chain forward. They want more. They are trying this one onto Marana. She's got one more leap. The little toss of the skeleton bone. They're going to catch her out in a flame break. And with that Timber Chain in, they take her down.
It's time to get out. Let's go far. Let's go push the lanes out. Get more kills.
No
50 seconds
lost.
on TA. TA will never buy back in this situation. Like, that's just absolutely game losing, especially when all the Raxes are still up. So this is a perfect time for Omega to smoke out and go find a pick with this lasso. Man, Demon has been playing so well this game. The last game, or the last 2 games as well.
Yeah. I think Bowie said it, he's really fit like a glove. He's slotted into this team really nicely.
Yeah.
Mid tier 1, 32 minutes in. A nice surprise for Omega to grab that objective.
Okay,
I do need to
Mingate,
crack on
please
with the rest of the map.
buy that Daedalus. I don't want to see Aghanims again in this situation. Last game, you couldn't do damage because you bought the Ags. So let's see. I don't think Ag's a bad item by any means, though. I think it's a freaking amazing item on Dusa. But
You just want
like,
damage.
yeah, in the situation that you're in. Oh, it's Scotty.
Or Scotty.
All right, you know, we can deal with
Troll,
Scotty.
Oracle.
That's fine. TA too, you know, just slow her down. Less healing, like you said. Yeah, that's also very nice. Smoke up, demon looks pretty dead to me. Oh,
Yeah. He gone.
He gone.
Jamari.
Space
No one's
and
gonna
got
TP out.
Shivas. Oh boy, here it is. These are the
Nice.
items that counter crewmates, right? 'Cause
Let's
if
X
they
being
finish
run
the
at
game-
mid. Fortune's End and a troll on him.
Halberd.
Netted and rooted. FCR is out here all alone, though. He needs the false promise and Hijack arriving. The kiss is coming in. FCR is going to slay the Timber Saw. I don't know. Is
Better get
FCR going to
out.
survive this? He's going to be healed up by this Oracle a little bit more. He's fine.
Yeah, they did use BKB, Battle Trance, plus the Oracle's ulti. I'm not so sure they're going to want to go high ground with that. So, Omega, they might lose a hero there, but they did get some cooldowns out of the way, which can allow Jamari to get a jump. Yep,
They're going to
CC
get
flash.
Lasso. They've got the Oracle. There they see him. Oh, this is
That's the
really
kill.
good for Omega.
No buyback.
Oh my god. D-Flash is dead for 80 seconds now. Another huge window of opportunity for Omega to get out on the map. Roshan, fast spawn is now.
And
If
delay
that's
the game
another
too.
fast spawn, Omega are going to be counting their lucky stars.
3 minutes.
Long spawn.
Yeah, but I don't think Omega would have been able to do Roshan anyway. And Hijack, ready top, Jamari.
Oh, Jamari. Spider legging his way all
Oh
the
my
way over
God.
those trees. Well, that's
Hijack
what,
was waiting.
5-6 times in a row.
Yeah, Hijack was waiting because he needed Amin to get a little bit closer so they can set up the arrow, but yeah, that was so close.
What's that?
I
What's
think-
that done to Crewmates' lead? Because they were like
It's stuck-
20k
it's been
ahead.
stuck.
It's dipped
I
a
guess
little
about
bit.
the same. Nah, it's been about the same. I think the Dragon Knight, sorry, the TA and the Troll are consistently farming as well on the map.
Okay.
The problem is the TA is going to be 6-slotted soon. She's not going to get any stronger.
I mean, at some point, I'm pretty sure we hit the 99% win probability. It's now down to 95%, so they're definitely gaining ground. Demon going to miss out on the initiation towards Ryo. He's blinked away. Also has the pike to be able to disengage from some of these jumps. And Dragon Knight's looking for the catch on the Tiny, but he won't get there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Not afraid of that blink
95.
lasso. It's still on cooldown.
I don't know. I feel this is more like 80-20.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even better.
We'll see
for
what
Omega.
happens
Oh, this is a fight
In this
outside the
team
base.
fight, they're spotted on the traps. They've been slowed down. Snap and the bat. BKB forced out. And Snapfire dead.
Well, you
These
definitely
trap
can't fight
silences.
outside the base. Yep.
1 minute for Roshan as well. Oh, how are we looking buyback wise? Like, it really does feel like it's all culminating towards this last team fight, whether it is at the Radiant base or at Roshan. Buybacks really important.
Well, no one has buybacks on Radiant team. That's
No
rough.
one important anyway. Tiny and Snapfire do, but no calls.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I guess that's why they want to stay in that triangle area, because they want to hold the high ground so crewmates can't get Roshan, but it's so hard. It's actually so freaking hard to fight Rosh here.
Timber Saw getting slapped a little bit. Do you see Medusa's mana shield, by the way? Is that just me that's
No, I
bugged?
don't see it. That's what I've been like. I keep clicking on her and looking. I'm
Yeah,
like, where's
same.
her mana shield? I can't see it.
Like, why is it off? But no,
Yeah,
I
but-
see the observer feed has it on, so the viewers know when it's on
just
and off.
bugged out.
Yeah. I have these moments of fear where I'm like, it's off. They're going to jump the Medusa. Nope.
It's on.
Mingate, he knows what's up. And Roshan is alive now.
What's it got?
There's no trap
Refresher?
in there.
No Aghanims
Yep.
on it too. An Ags for Ryer would have been sweet right about now, but refresher. Who's gonna utilize that? Double false promise? Yeah,
I guess so.
that might be it. Or double BKB.
Troll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
Troll, double
BKBs.
battle trance, double BKB.
True.
Jimari. Oh, he's gone for this arcane rune. It looks like crewmates were considering the chase yet again, but It's like chasing a ghost. He's there 1 second.
They're smoking out.
Disappears the
It's
next.
too late. It's
Roshan's
way
dead.
too late. Solar Crest TA
Bottom tower is under
is
attack.
just insanely fast, Roshan. Yeah, sit in the base. Honestly, I think that's better for Omega, because if they actually try to contest that, they would have got wiped.
Yeah.
The best way for them to fight is with the lassos into the base. Like, crewmates are always going to be hesitant on just going deep in there.
Top barracks are under
Lissex,
attack.
he's
He doesn't have
spotted.
TP. He doesn't have TP. Oh, they're going to walk straight past him. They've got a high ground ward. They're trying to spot him. They see him. Dragon Tail stun. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. So this death, not of vital importance to Omega. Just trying to drag this out and buy a bit of time. They're pinging top lane. FCR's alone.
the
They get
one.
in top of the Troll Warlord, Avalanche, and the toss. Oh, he's got a Battle Trance BKB holding the Aegis. Don't forget that. He has the second life and the cheese to swap in. So he battles into the Medusa with a Stone Gaze and the right clicks. They're going to bring down the Troll the first time. The
lost the
question is,
Aegis
do they want to
already.
continue fighting here? They brought back the Timber Sword. The lasso's coming. They grab FCR. No chance to cheese, but the False Promise save. D-Flash blinks in. He gives up his life to save the Troll Warlord, who turns on the Timber Sword and a dieback from Lissex. TA and Hijack on this DK jump in with some more stuns and slow Mengate's retreat. Oh, Hijack though, out of dragon form. Ryor bursting into Thugger, but the Ghost Scepter allows the Snapfire to survive and another toss back. Onto Hijack,
He is
the
in trouble.
illusions of Medusa, they're shredding through the DK and Jamari. He's killed the Mirana on the back lines of the fight. The crewmates, they lose everything from that Roshan.
This troll! What is he doing, Tom?
Why is he alone? I mean, look at Ryor. He's gone on the Batrider now. He silences
Ryer's
up
dead
the
too, isn't he?
Jimari. Bad, but he's going to be screwed over. Thugger Ghost Scepter's
all
up.
alone.
He's got a cookie, a flame break. They jump over the top with an avalanche and another burst through onto Ryor's TA. That was a 7-man wipe. They get through the Aegis, the Cheese, the BKBs, every hero, and Omega hold their base, still without losing a single barracks.
There's 4 heroes bottom going after the Timber on your side, and crewmates on this Troll Warlord just stays top with his Aegis. They need to at least save the Aegis. Like, you got a false promise on that Aegis. You can't let it die out. The moment they even lost the Aegis, it was already over. Like, they actually can't go high ground anymore because they just got the Roshan. They're gonna have to wait another 6 more minutes. I mean, this is Omega on a full comeback now. The only real way for them to lose fights is if they decide to fight out the base. And crewmates get, like, all the wraparounds, kill the Snap, kill the Batrider.
Has fallen.
But look at the items now. Medusa's got Daedalus.
Yep.
She's level 24, almost 25.
I mean, Zyra was asking for a relaxing cast and a chill game. I don't know, this series has gone one way and one way only. Down the road of chaos. Tier 3.
Pushing high ground into Dusa Tiny Batrider has been an absolute nightmare for crewmates.
They're going to get the range racks as well, it looks like. Megate thinking twice about it. Pops the ninja gear, runs away. They jump Jamari with that Dragon Tail stun. Toss back to save him,
Toss
though.
back. Very good
Beautifully
toss
done
back.
by Demon, and they're going to be able to TP out under the Stone Gaze. Oh, Lissex. This could be a dieback from him. He's got a long range Timber Chain, trying to juke away. Great little chakra play to get to the high
so
ground
many
as well, but the
values.
jump in from Hijack, the Minotaur Horn. He's got his own bloody BKB in that neutral item slot. Lissex disengages.
give up.
They don't lose anybody.
I wonder if Lissex was tempted to take those 3 bounty runes right there. That's 300. That was 330 gold for each hero. Oh my goodness! And the fact that he lives through all that too.
And TA brought back. Like that has got to be one of the key factors here, right? Because we know
Yeah.
how important TA's life is. If she dies back here, it could literally just mean game end.
And you know what it means when the Dusa has more net worth than the TA?
What does that mean?
She is, like, her net worth is far more valuable than the Templar Assassins is, because she hits 5 heroes, right? In the
Yes.
fights. And then the TA is also playing into the Scotty plus the Shiva, so her attack speed is going to be crazy slowed already.
And she just got the
Like,
tone.
her build, oh man, this is so rough for crewmates. Like, even though she has that level 25 talents on TA as well, the refraction, she can't attack that fast. You know, these heroes are all super tanky now on the side of Omega. They got the armor items. Timber's got Lotus. Shiva's on Batrider. Tiny's level 3 Grow. That's 24 armor right there.
Yep. And I like this from Medusa as well, holding Leveler in the backpack. So if you do get up to the high ground, you can swap out that ninja gear and just whack buildings. Oh, man. Medusa shows on the mid lane. Everyone else is smoked around behind her. Traps being popped out. Jamari with an arcane rune. He grabs it. He's got Aeon Disc. He's fine. Yeah, BKB's up. He can go for a lasso play if he wants to, because FCR's out in the open. Mingati moves forward, and Hijack focused. Straight onto the DK they go. With no BKB on the DK, he needs the false promise to save him. They use the false promise on him. Armin's now stuck in the Roche pit. The Mirana's nearly dead. Finally falls. Thugger finally will drop thanks to Armin. But inside that Roche pit, they're losing so much. This troll, he's popped his battle trance, but he's been lassoed. The save. They got a false promise again. They get it onto FCR. Yeah. The trolls have to stand his ground. But Medusa, the right-click damage is coming from her. They into the Medusa. Megate's dead. A double kill for FCR. The trade out as the troll dies. Both of them have buyback. Crewmates are coming up to this Radiant high ground. No, and Thugger, there's a dieback from him, isn't it? Snapfire gives a triple kill to Ryor.
D-Flash with the big bait plays. You know, he used the first false promise onto the Dragon Knight, making them think that the false promise is no longer available. Got that refresher shard from the third Roshan, and then he saves the Troll Warlord with it. And that just allowed the Dusa to just get destroyed thanks to that battle chance. You can see here in this fight, you know, they got that false promise on the Dragon Knight who doesn't have a BKB anymore. Derek comes out. And then D-Flash just playing very, very far back, waiting for that lasso now. And he's not casting any other spell, doesn't want to expose himself. And they thought this Troll Warlord was just straight dead. But, you know, he gets that ulti off. And that's it. Like, they actually can't kill him anymore. And Mingate, he wants to get away. Someone else needed to be tanking that aggro from the Troll. The Dusa's just getting absolutely destroyed. DK goes in with the stun too. They lost all their damage when the Dusa's getting stun locked like that.
All those further stacks building up. Like, he's just hitting so quickly.
That second false promise, thanks to the refresher, was like the game winner right there.
But they still don't get any barracks or anything, right? You know, Medusa's going to respawn.
Exactly.
Everyone's going to respawn. TA's buyback is still on cooldown.
They're still afraid of the Batrider, Gary. This is the Batrider factor right now. Like, they're not sure how to deal with this hero. They don't want D-Flash getting too close. And if they do get the false promise off, then they don't, like, it's still hard to be able to play against a toss back into the lasso.
So now D-Flash has to buy a refresher orb, right? Doesn't have the shard anymore. Needs the double false promise.
Yeah.
And Roshan, was it 30 seconds away from fast spawn? They're scouting it, so it doesn't look like they've got the timer down perfectly. Gem on the bat, so they clear through some of these traps. And a DD rune spawns bottom, but the jump in. DK, arrow connecting onto Megate's Medusa. They've got an avalanche and maybe a tossback potential here, but the TA straight in with the side device, hexing up the Jamari bat, but can't finish off the job. And now the TA has to BKB refraction. Force staff, Hurricane Pike up to the high ground again. FCR, he's been chased down by the Batrider, but they've lassoed up D-Flash. They don't take him down fast enough until now. The avalanche toss comes through and the Batrider buys back. FCR with the battle trance. He's whacking into Lissex. The Timbersaw down. Mingate, they're jumping onto the Medusa. The side device turns into a little sheepy and a triple kill for FCR. Crewmates have done it now. No buyback on the Medusa. No buybacks out of any of these other heroes. Oh, hang on. She does. She's got it now. The money just came into her bank account. She's been sent that wire transfer. Medusa can come back into this. But it looks like we're going to have finally a set of barracks for Crewmates. 45 minutes in.
You say that, but you never know, Gary. You never know. There's a buyback, and they still got the Tiny and the Batrider alive. Oh, Demon!
Oh my god, the arrow. They find the Tiny.
No, he has no buyback. This could
dead for 100. Medusa has to buy back. 2 versus 5. Medusa and Bat against the world.
Yeah, they should keep going with this. It's 5 exactly. It looked like Crewmates stepped back a little bit. They're like, hold on. These other heroes don't have buybacks. Why are we backing?
EK and Troll, the only ones with it. And they're going to secure the Mega Creeps. They don't go for tier 4s. Taking out all these tier 3s and barracks instead. Troll pops down his Rampage. Glyph used up by Omega. And they want this. They want a jump. They want it so badly. Jamari, he's over the trees, flying high, but the Lotus Orb on FCR means they can't really go for him. They're just trying to chip away at the Troll, and they take him down. He just stands there and dies. Does have buyback. Hijack with a BKB. Stonegate's coming in. They can't stop him, though.
Okay. They just let the Troll die.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, you're playing against Dusa, Gary. The game's never over, even if you got Megas.
Bait.
It's not over yet. If they can get this Aegis in the next 20 seconds, where Roshan is respawning, they get the Aghanims as well onto the Dusa, and then the potential Rapier, like, this is far from over. Oh, they're gonna get out. 10 more seconds. Jamari's just gonna chill here for a little bit.
Oh, man.
60 seconds on this Troll Warlord. Like, he doesn't want to buy back and throw the game, right?
Oh, they walk out of the pit with 2 seconds left. They see Ryo mid. The jump in, the lasso on the TA. They catch Ryo, but where's the follow through? They have no Firefly. The BKB and a Hurricane Pike does get her out of danger, but now that's BKB down for 70 seconds while Roshan has just respawned.
It's up. Lissex knows. He's got the gem too. They killed off the trap inside the pit.
He's bashed. He's arrowed. 30 for Troll. Roshan, the 4th one of the game. Oh, is going down here to Omega. Batrider on that high ground. He scouts them all out perfectly as well. If they wanted to try and smoke towards them. Arrow going to slide in again. Doesn't connect onto anybody.
Aegis.
And Roshan belongs to Omega.
And the Aghanims. You know, more than this Aegis, I think this Aghanims is insane for the Dusa. She just got free 6,000 gold. And stuns.
So now she can like sell the Dragonlance. She's not that far away from the Rapier, is she?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You sell that Dragonlance, boy. Get that Rapier.
So what she needs? She needs like 2,000 more gold if we sell that Dragonlance.
Oh, she'll get it. Don't worry. You just sit in the base for like the next minute. Part these Mega Creeps. Mega Creeps still give a good amount of gold. Like, yeah, those 2 rings just gave her 57 each. So she'll get it very quickly as all the creep waves are pushing into them.
Oh, man.
Woo, this game. And you know what's the best part? Omega are no longer going to throw fights by fighting outside the base anymore. Because they're Mega. They're Mega. They can't. So they're going to AFK in their base. And they're not going to be able to throw. They're going to wait for crewmates to come and throw the game. And then they're going to finish it up. So, I don't know. We might go to 60 minutes here. Because I really don't see like either team's fighting in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, the arrow. It connects on the Batrider. I'm in. He's got Lotus Orbs. He's got leaps. Troll Warlord. FCR's going to escape. Spooky territory, though, for crewmates to be fighting into. And they are just trying to shove out all these waves.
They just want to set up in this area. Oh, my God.
Where's the TA Ags now? Like, you need this TA Ags to be able to like get into the base and try and backdoor and split push some of these buildings.
Dude, TA's got 8.2k gold, man. He's just got to get that Swift Blink next.
Use up all those refraction charges as quickly as you can.
No. Please don't buy Hyperstone, sir. Blink Dagger has an upgrade. Blink Dagger has an upgrade, Ryer. Yeah, don't forget that.
Especially when your treads are in backpack. Like, it's so much more valuable to get Swift Blink.
I think he's not in the right state of mind right now. Like, with whatever has been going on in this game, the tension's building up and crewmates are just very, like, frantic about things. Yeah. It's like they lost Aegis and they got Megas, but they don't feel like they've secured this game.
What do we actually have? So we've got Cheese on the Timbersaw, Aegis on the Medusa, of course, for a good 2.5 minutes. Refresher Shard on Jimari. So we're going to have double BKB, double Eon Disc, double Lasso, you know, all the good stuff there. Does it refresh?
He just ate a Moon Shard.
Oh, nice. No Swift Blink. And now Lasso. Counteracted.
Wait, they have a Refresher Shard. They can Lasso again.
They could.
1 second Blink.
There's a jump in. They've got Lotus Orb on that TA. False Promise comes out again. And the TA going to be lassoed up. The arrow catching Tiny, but the TA is dragged into the middle of all of them. She turns and tries to fight. What's the saving grace here? The Troll looking for Jimari. The Medusa just disarmed. She can't do anything. The Fate's Edict stops Megardi from hitting anybody. TA has to buy back. Jimari's gone for 2 minutes. FCR still has Battle Trans and the Satanic to play around with. Lotus Orb bounces the stun back onto the DK and the Templar Assassin. Rejoining these Fate's Edicts from the bloody Oracle, stopping the Medusa from doing anything. Hurricane Pike back on Megardi. Push him into the DK. They fought outside their base and the Aegis is down. The Rapier Medusa is struggling to hit people. They've got the Snapfire, maybe to save up this Medusa. Cookie in, but look how much damage Thugger takes. Another save comes through. FCR is there, whacking into Megardi. Demons down. No Tiny, no Snap, and soon no Medusa. Megardi, he's down to the low ground, but they've got the jump. They've got the catch, and they've got the game.
That's it. No way!
Your base is dying to creeps!
Yeah, the creeps would have killed your base, even if he did, like, win that fight. What? He went onto the TA, but then left the Oracle all by himself. The Oracle was the key factor in that entire team fight. I think he must have got, like, 7 Fates Edicts off onto the Dusa.
Yeah.
The Dusa just couldn't attack. And no one's focusing the Oracle the whole entire fight.
Man.
I can't believe it. This game was absolutely insane, and I didn't think this